Hey everyone,
Hey, how are y'all?
welcome to our Valentine's mukbang. Let's show everybody what we got here.
So for tonight's feast, we're gonna have a Merlot wine. We're gonna have some prime rib roast. We're gonna have some mashed potatoes, fully loaded. This is bacon. This is cheese. This is all the fixings, all rolled into one. And then we're also going to have elote popcorn.
All right.
I mean, so it looks tasty. You know, Dawn has spent the better part of the afternoon trying to get this ready, so it was nice. He was out on using the smoker that he just bought to do the meat. I'm a huge fan of the elote popcorn. I just have an obsession with it, especially with the little lady that's outside the Home Depot. Love her. So anyway, we have a little wine here that we've been holding on to for a hot minute too. So cheers. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. This will be our 15th Valentine's Day together.
Can you believe it? I've known her for that long. I'm like, oh my God. I don't know how I hold up sometimes, but I love them to death. So
I'm going to dig into
I specifically asked for these potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
So the interesting thing is, I have a good love affair with the potato. I just, God, I love it. Just however you can get it, I really don't care.
And
My favorite.
I had a hard time finding some of the yellow golds, and all I could find was the little ones. So these were all made with those little teeny potatoes.
When we were at the store and he found the bag, he was like, hey, are these okay? And it was like this, you know, like a little money bag that you see in some ABC mythical show or whatever. Tiny little bag of potatoes and little round things. So he was super happy that he found them. So I'm here for it.
This turned out good.
Let's try it out. No sauce.
Not on prime rib. And you usually don't find pork prime rib in the stores. So when I saw this, I was like, ooh, this will be good, be different.
It's really good.
Although I know I'm gonna get full before I eat all this.
Yeah. So we've been working on a little bit of weight loss for the last, I don't know, 3 months or so.
Yeah.
And so as time has gone on, we just don't eat as much anymore. We our habits have changed, but it's been good. We've each lost a little bit of weight, but it's just, you know, we look at this plate and we're like, oh my goodness, I would love to sit here and eat it all, but you know, we just know that it's not going to happen. But we'll try to make the best dent in it we can. Hey, but you know what? We'll definitely tear up the wine.
And I know you're asking yourself, okay, if we're dieting, why are we starting a mukbang channel? Right? Really?
I mean, what are you doing?
It's still good. We'll bring you some good shows.
Well, but truth told, we only eat like this usually once a week. And when we do eat like this is when we record. So this is way more than we would normally have at any given time. It's really Valentine's Day. This is a special occasion. You know, he wanted to smoke the meat. You know, I wanted the corn and the potatoes because I just have to have a potato in my life. I don't usually get it during the week, so when I do actually get carbs and potatoes, I need the whole thing, right? But it doesn't happen often.
Yeah, I put the prime roast on in the smoker about 8:30 this morning. And took it off about 4. It's really
So it's
good.
kind of cute. He was running back and forth. I'm just enjoying the fruits of the labor.
You know, in the past, we've always gone and did, you know, steak place somewhere else, or some nice, you know, Italian dinner, or something fancy. With it falling on a Monday, made it a little different, because then Sunday you also had the Super Bowl. So, you know, all the eating places were going to be crazy, and, you know, who wants to really go out to a restaurant on a Monday night? So, you know, this was the next best thing, I think. And I love to cook, so.
Well, the good thing was, like, this morning I didn't feel all that well. Really didn't feel great. But I slept a big part of the day. And when I woke up, I felt better. Like, I came back to myself. I was like, okay, I'm fine. I'm finally okay. So, I'm glad we could eat this evening and enjoy it. Because I was not having it this morning. So the thing about these little potatoes is when I initially tasted them, Dawn had them in a bowl over there, right next to the stove. And, you know, I just stuck my finger in there. And I was like, oh my God, are these real potatoes? And he was offended. He clutched his pearls and everything. He was like, oh my God, right? The whole bit. And so I was like, you know, I don't know. I guess it's just because a different kind of potato or whatever. I was like, oh my. Like, are you sure these are real potatoes, Boo?
Well, and it had been so long since we've actually had potatoes, so.
It is probably some of that too, right? I haven't had them in a while. A real potato in a while. I just didn't know what I was doing. Oh my God, I was shook. But the corn's delish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm tearing this corn up.
Yeah, I hear you over there. But it's really tasty.
And believe it or not, I'm already starting to get full.
Yeah. So, the running joke is, usually I'm the one who takes 2 bites of something, and I'm like, I'm done. I can't eat anymore. Rarely is it Don. Usually he'll finish his plate or whatever. But lately it's been me. So, you know, like if you go to a Mexican restaurant, they usually bring chips and salsa. We have to be very careful with that because we can't sit there and eat it, because by the time we actually get our plate of what we ordered, we don't want to eat it because we're full.
Yeah.
So
and we don't get appetizers when we go out anymore, because if we eat the appetizer when our meal comes out, we're already full, and it's like, okay, now we have just to go.
Or sometimes we just order an appetizer and we don't order anything else because the one appetizer is enough. So we will not eat all of this. I probably will finish my corn because it looks delish. And he just smacked in my ear too, so I'm just gonna have to try it because it sounds, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to save this for lunch tomorrow. Yeah, I'm full.
And it's so different because before we would eat this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even really think about it. Truth told, we just would eat the whole thing. So let's just give you a little bit of history. So Dawn and I met since it is Valentine's Day, let's give you a couple of bits. So we met in 2007. And then we said, well, you know, if we can last 5 years, then we'll get married. Well, 5 years later, we were still here. And we decided to get married in Toronto, Canada. And so we flew up there. We went to the city hall. We did the thing. 5 years later, we went back to Toronto.
Yeah.
On the 5-year anniversary of us getting married, we went back to Toronto and had a great time. And one of the key moments of that was like initially, like the weekend that we did get married, we went to this little pub that was in some neighborhood. It was called the Village Idiot.
Yeah.
And we had a great time. They had craft beer. You know, if you know anything about us in the Saucer, we're masters of the universe. So we very much love the craft beer. And so, you know, we went there. They had tons of craft beer. And we sat at this one table that was just inside, I don't know, this open window to the patio, to the sidewalk or something. And when we went back 5 years later, the Village Idiot was still there. Mm-hmm. And, excuse me, we sat in the same spot, in the same table. He sat on the same side as I did, right? So we got our photo in the same spot as to where we were, right? And so it was really cool. That was 5 years. You know, at 10 years, we did something unique. You know, last year we thought it was 15 because we spaced a year because of COVID, right? And I think everybody did. You know, we actually thought we were just further ahead than we actually were. But this year, 2022, is actually 15 years that we've been together. It doesn't feel like 15 years. It's what do you say?
Not
It's
most of the time.
Yeah. This fool right here, you know, Lord help me. So yeah, I mean, it's cool. It just doesn't feel like it. I think. I don't know. I don't know what I'd say. You know, I think they kind of tell you, it just kind of sneaks up on you, and you don't really realize that it's happening. And then it does, right? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I've known you 15 years. Oh, Lord Jesus, help me. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that's kind of our story. This is where we are now. Now we're here filming mukbangs with everybody else.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys also have a happy Valentine's Day. We're going to finish doing our do here and so forth. Y'all enjoy the rest.
So really what that means is we're going to go put it in the refrigerator because we can't eat anymore.
Yeah.
And we're just going to finish the wine because we can totally finish that.
Yeah.
Cheers, boo.
So if you haven't subscribe, like the video, give us a few comments.
You know, if you're going to read anybody for filth, make sure you read Dawn and not me. All right? Cheers, boo. One more cheers.
Yeah.
Ting.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.